All right, Shalom, Shalom. This is Brother Mayum coming at you from GMS Tampa Bay. First and foremost, I want to give all the praise and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Ruchah, Quadash. Double honor to the elders, apostles, of great millstone, and much blessing and salutations to the Akim around the four corners of the earth who are diligently pushing out this truth and this truth and sincerity. And just want to do a quick lesson, just going into more of this hurt that's getting ready to come down, upon us, the citizens of the world. All right, especially you Americans, man. This is 2nd Ezra chapter 15 and verse 14. It says, "Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up to fight against another, and swords in their hands." And this is what we see coming, man. All right, war and rumors of wars. All right, trouble. All right, the word woe means destruction. Let's just get that real quick. All right, woe. Etymology of the word says a common exclamation of lament in many languages. Okay, and so there's lamentations that's coming to the world, man. And let's just get another quick precept. So I can bear with me. This is Ezekiel chapter 2. All right, because this is what the scriptures has been talking about, man, the last days. All right, Ezekiel chapter 2 and verse 9. It says, "And when I looked, and behold, an hand was sent unto me, and lo, a roll of a book was therein." And this is talking about this word, all right, the scriptures. All right, and this is what those scriptures entail. "And he spread it before me, and it was written within and without. And it was written therein lamentations and mourning and woe." And let's just look that up in the NLT. All right, Ezekiel 2 and 9 and 10. And it reads, "Then I looked and saw a hand reaching out to me, and it held a scroll, which he unrolled. And I saw that both sides were covered with funeral songs, words of sorrow, and pronouncements of doom." You see? And this is what we see happening, in these times that we're living in, man. All right, funeral songs are playing, words of sorrow and pronouncements of doom. Okay, you have a lot of chaos happening out there in the Middle East. That have, great implications of war, of economic woes or economic sorrows. All right, and ultimately complete destruction. All right, with it leading to World War III. All right, and this is what the prophets of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai have been telling you people. All right, this is what's been written, and the prophets of old have always spoken about the same exact things, and this is what the prophets of now have been speaking about, the same thing. Okay, those lamentations, mournings, and woes. All right, this is Jeremiah chapter 28, verse 8 says, "The prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms, of war and of evil and of pestilence." You see, so this is what's written in these scriptures. Okay, the war of evil and pestilences, the lamentations, mournings, and woes. And this is what we see happening, man. Great tragedies happening on the earth. People don't even want to talk about these things. And the people who do talk about them have no goddamn idea what the hell they're talking about, man. They're just running their mouth with a foolish rhetoric. All right. Esau at my job, they were talking about what's going on over there in the Middle East. And there we were talking about that the U.S. is going to join, and they're going to we're going to get involved and this and that. But you people what they fail to realize, because they were talking about, oh, well, I'm going to join the army, blah, blah, blah. I'm going to join, they were talking about the age limit and, of joining. And then they started talking about the draft, and again, man, what they fail to realize is that they're going to go to war. They are going to be sent. All right, matter of fact, and they're going to die over there. Let's get this in 2nd Ezra chapter 16. I think verse 33. Yep. 2nd Ezra 16 and 33. The virgins, we'll start at, we'll just get 33. It says, the virgins shall mourn having no bridegrooms. The women shall mourn having no husbands. Their daughters shall mourn having no helpers. In the war shall their bridegrooms be destroyed, and their husbands shall perish of famine. And this is what's going to happen, man. This is what this conflict is going to eventually lead to, whether it be in the coming weeks or in the coming months. But this is what it's going to lead to, man. Okay, those lamentations, mournings, and woes that the scriptures talk about, that we've been telling, that the prophets of Yahweh Bashim Yahshai have been telling you people, man. All right? And y'all soon going to realize who told you this. You're going to soon realize who the prophets of Yahweh Bashim Yahshai were, the prophets of the Bible are. This is Ezekiel 33 and 31. And they come, I'll start at 30. Also, thou son of man, the children of thy people still are talking against thee by the walls and in the doors of the houses, and speak one to another, every one to his brother, saying, come, I pray you, and hear what is the word that cometh forth from the Lord. Yeah, and see, at the end of the day, they're talking shit about the prophets, but they still want to come and try to hear what we got to say, so that they can rebuttal, so that they can debate, so that they have content to make videos on. And they come unto thee as the people cometh, and they sit before thee as my people, and they hear thy words, but they will not do them. See, and ultimately what the prophets of Yahweh Bashim Yahshai have been telling you people is to warn you of the things to come, to prepare yourself, man. And the only way that you can prepare yourself is by coming back to the Heavenly Father, man. By having faith, okay? And showing your faith in the way that you carry yourself and the things that you do as far as preparing yourself for what's to come, man. All right. It says, but they will not do them, for with their mouth they show much love, but their heart goeth after their covetousness. And lo, thou art unto them as a very lovely song of one that hath a pleasant voice and can play well on an instrument, for they hear thy words, but they do them not. You see? And yeah, what the prophets of Yahweh Bashim Yahshai talk about, a lot of people take it as, entertainment. They laugh at it. Some scorn at it. Some try to, talk shit. But at the end of the day, they don't actually listen to what the Heavenly Father is saying, man. Okay? The Most High has always sent messengers from the beginning of days, man. The Lord has always had men that carried his word with him. And it's been always the same message. Lamentations, mournings, and woes. Now, we understand that there is going to be a salvation, but it's going to be for the few. And that few is going to get with the program and realize what needs to be done. What the things that need to be prepared. Okay, and they're gonna get things done, man. That's what the elect is doing. But for the rest of these people, they just gonna disregard what the prophets are saying, man. They're gonna take it as entertainment. But now look at the thing, what's happening on the earth, man. People ain't got shit to say. We talk about it all the time at camp, man, about the signs that we have. People used to make fun of the signs. Oh, look, that's Sarah Connor. Oh, look, that says USSR. Kiki, haha. But now nobody says nothing about the signs, because now those signs are speaking. Matter of fact, let's get that. Habakkuk chapter 2. And the Lord answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth it. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry. Those visions on the prophecies, man. Okay, the visions that we had on those signs, guess what? They coming to pass. Now they're speaking. Those missiles flying, now they're speaking. Now you see those things happening. Okay? The riots, the protests, the seditions. Now you see these things speaking. Okay? Economy crashing. Now you see it happening. Okay? Because this is the time, man. This is the time wherein these things were said to take place, man. All right, so back in Ezekiel 33 and verse 33 now. And when this cometh to pass, lo, it will come, then shall they know that a prophet hath been among them. And you're going to know that a prophet has been amongst you, man. because these things are going to take place, and you're going to remember from who you heard these things from. And you're going to then in that day come looking for the men of the Lord, but it's going to be too late for you, man. Amos 8:11. Behold, the days come, saith the Lord God, Yahweh Bashem Yahshai, that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread, nor a thirst of water, although those things will come, but of hearing the words of the Lord. You see? So the time is going to come where you're not going to see the men of the Lord out here. And we're quickly approaching that time period, man. I don't know if you can connect the dots of what's happening right now, especially over here in America. If you can connect the dots, man, you can easily see what's getting ready to be set up to take place out here, man. And that's going to cause the men of the Lord to not be out on the streets anymore, man. Okay, with what's happening over there in the Middle East and what's being said of taking place over here in America, man, it's only a matter of time. And a big change is going to come from it, from an event that will take place over here, man. A big change will come from it. Just like the big event that happened in 2001, in September of 2001. What came after that? The Patriot Act. Okay? And this time, it's going to be a different change, but it's going to be a big change nonetheless. And it's going to bring people to submission. And in that day, you're going to have those people that are going to be, who are going to be pricked with the words of Yahweh Bashem Yahshai and try to look for the ointment. But the ointment ain't going to be found, man. Okay? The words of Yahweh Bashem Yahshai are not going to be found. That's the only thing that's able to heal you. But for the many, for the masses, you're not going to find it in that day, man. Because right now it's readily available. Okay? Verse 12, it says, and they shall wander from sea to sea, from the north even to the east. They shall run to and fro to seek the word of the Lord, and shall not find it. You see? You're not going to be able to find it. You're not going to find the understanding, the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding that's going to be the stability of that times. What is that? All right, Salakia. Let's see. Oh, Salakia. I'm in the wrong book. This is Isaiah 33:6. It says, wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, and the strength of salvation. The fear of the Lord is his treasure. And see, this is what people are going to try to look for in that day. That's stability. Okay? The strength of their salvation, but they're not going to find it, man. Because while they had liberty, they despised it. You thought this was a cult. You thought this was something that was supposed to that was meant to restrict you, your life here in this world. But ultimately, it was to save you. And that's what a lot of people are getting ready to realize, man. Is that all this was meant to save you. All right. Let's get this parable. This is Matthew chapter 25. And I'll just start at the top. Yeah, I just started at the top. It says, Matthew 25:1, then shall the kingdom of heaven be likened unto 10 virgins, which took their lamps and went forth to meet the bridegroom. And 5 of them were wise, and 5 were foolish. You see, and the people that are going to be looking for the prophets of Yahweh Bashem Yahshai, when it's too late, they're likened unto the foolish virgins, man. Okay? And it says, and 5 of them were wise, and 5 were foolish. And they that were foolish took their lamps and took no oil with them. And see, this is what you Israelites, the wicked of you Israelites have done, man. You've gone wandering about with no oil, man. No wisdom. Okay? It says, but the wise took oil in their vessels with their lamps. While the bridegroom tarried, they all slumbered and slept. You see, and right now the bridegroom is tarrying because he ain't here. But he's getting ready to come. He gave us the signs. And if you had the oil, the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, you know what the times would be looking like when he was getting ready to return, because he gave us the signs, man. But see, you have the 5 foolish virgins, man, that didn't take heed to what was being done on the earth and to the word, to the message. It says, verse 6, and at midnight there was a cry made, behold, the bridegroom cometh, go ye out to meet him. Then all those virgins arose and trimmed their lamps. And see, this is what the wise are doing, man. Because what does it mean to trim your lamp? You know, the wick is getting, you got the parts of the wick that have already been burned, so you got to cut that off so that it can burn properly. Well, that's what we're doing. We're trimming our ways, man. We're cutting off that which is unnecessary, which the things that we don't need anymore. Okay. But the unwise virgins, the foolish virgins, they're not doing that. They're keeping all that excess in them. Okay? Being foolish, man. It says, and the foolish said unto the wise, give us of your oil, for our lamps are gone out. But the wise answered, saying, not so, lest there be not enough for us and you, but go ye rather to them that sell and buy for yourselves. You see? And this is what is gonna come to happen, man. You're gonna come looking for that oil in that dam. We're gonna tell you we got nothing for you. Or what you're gonna find is nothing. Okay? It says, and while they went to buy, the bridegroom came, and they that were ready went in with him to the marriage, and the door was shut. So see, in that day, you're gonna go trying to look for answers, and you're not gonna find the prophets, and you're gonna keep looking. And while you looking and you finding all this bullshit that you're gonna find out here, that salt water, the sweet mixed with the salt, the Lord is gonna return and pick up his elect, and you're gonna be left behind, man. You're gonna have missed the train. And this is what we see happening. It says, and while they went to buy, the bridegroom came, and they that were ready went in with him to the marriage, and the doors were shut, just as in the days of Noah. Noah and his family, they went in with the Lord. Okay, and guess what? That door was shut. And then afterwards came also the other virgins, saying, Lord, Lord, open to us. And he answered and said, verily I say unto you, I know you not. Watch therefore, for ye know neither the day nor the hour wherein the Son of Man cometh. You see, so that's what the days of the Lord are likened unto, man. That's what we're gonna witness here, on the earth. All right. Let's get this other parable that Yahushua brought out, Luke 13:18. Then said he, unto what is the kingdom of, or this is, man speaking unto Yahushua. Then said he, unto what is the kingdom of the Most High like, and where unto shall I resemble it? It is like a grain of mustard seed, which a man took and cast into his garden, and it grew and waxed a great tree. And the fowls of the air lodged in the branches of it. And again he said, whereunto shall I liken the kingdom of the Most High? It is like leaven, which a woman took and hid in 3 measures of meal, till the whole was leavened. And they went through the cities and villages, teaching and journeying towards Jerusalem. Then said one unto him, Salaki, this is the point that I want to get. Then said one unto him, Lord, are there few that be saved? And he said unto them, you see, and there is going to be few that are saved. All right. And this is the answer that Yahushua gave him. Strive to enter in at the straight gate. For many, I say unto you, will seek to enter in and shall not be able. You see, there's going to be many people that are going to try to seek to be delivered in the time of judgment that's getting ready to come. But few are going to be able to be saved, man. Because they chose not to abide in the fear of the Lord, man. It says verse 25, when once the master of the house is risen up and has shut to the door, and ye begin to stand without and to knock at the door, saying, Lord, Lord, open unto us. And he shall answer and say unto you, I know you not whence you are. Then shall ye begin to say, we have eaten and drunk in thy presence, and thou hast taught in our streets. You see, then in that day you're going to be, oh, but I was out there. I walked by one day. I seen your message. I gave him a fist bump in the air. I threw my fist up. But you failed to mention all those times you was talking shit. All those times you kicked the signs. All those times you left stupid ass comments on the comment board that you made the life of the men of the Lord hell. You forgot to mention all that. You forgot you did all that, right? It says, but he shall say, and this is what Yahushua is going to tell you people who you ignorantly call Jesus. This is what he's going to tell the majority of the people of the earth. It says, but he shall say, I tell you, I know you not whence you are. Depart from me, all ye workers of iniquity. See? And that's going to be the worst feeling in the world when you're left behind and the Lord tells you to get away from him, man. Okay? It says, there shall be weeping and gnashing of teeth when ye shall see Abraham and Isaac and Jacob and all the prophets in the kingdom of the Most High, and ye yourselves thrust out. And they shall come from the east and from the west and from the north and from the south, and shall sit down in the kingdom of the Most High. And behold, there are last which shall be first, and there are first which shall be last. You see? But you're going to be left without, man. And you're going to see the prophets of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua in the kingdom being delivered. Okay? While you yourself are left behind getting judged, being destroyed. Ultimately to wake up in your right state of mind. Okay? So, you know, that's pretty much the point that I wanted to hit on, man. Because, hey, times is looking spooky for you people, man. Things ain't looking so good. And it's only going to get worse. It's only been promised to get worse. It ain't going to get any better for y'all. So, hey, you know, with that, you know, Lord's with us is edifying. I want to give all the praise and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushai, Bahashim, Racha HaKodash. Double honors to the elders, apostles of Grand Millstone. And much blessing and salutations to the Akima in the four corners of the earth who are diligently pushing out his truth and his truth and sincerity. With that I say, Shalom.